here.
Oh,
Tim's not here.
And we're live.
Jeez.
okay, so we're live. Welcome everyone to another episode of D&D with Noobs, Campaign 2, episode number 51.
52.
And no, 51. Last one was 50. And Olaros will be doing our recap.
We messed up there, but
Don't
that's
suck.
okay.
Don't suck.
Last
Okay.
episode was episode 50.
Okay. All right.
Don't suck.
51 comes after 50. I promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Well, as we left, Timon was an ape and acting like one. He's running around squishing eggs and all that stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking about how we're all hurt and beat up and we need to rest, but we can't do it here. And I guess that thought made Timon want to throw me onto the ceiling. So he picks me up and he throws me into the ceiling. All I could do was call him a bonehead. Because he did have a big bone head. But then finally we get back to business. Devad noticed some more stuff through a crack. He sees some more pouches in there. And he starts digging them out. He finds some gold, about 520 gold. And then he finds some really nice, well-crafted boots that turn out to be boots of speed. Who got the boots? I don't know who got the boots. Anybody know who got the boots?
I thought you got the boots of speed.
No, I got the mace. But anyway,
it might have been Doloros.
Dolos. I think it was Dolos.
Actually.
That's right. I think it was Dolos.
Keep on mixing.
Yeah, he's a
Dolos
ranger. He would need the boots of speeds. He also found a book that it was a manual on health, and that ended up. Timon thought that should go to Victor, and so yes, Victor. Victor is working with the book. Yeah, he's going to become he's going to become a foodie by the time it's over.
Himself.
and then we found a really great mace, the Dwarven Thrower, of which Olaros claimed right out back, said he's the one that needs to get that, and so he got it without any complaints. Dolos went cruising over by number 2 and decided to see if he could harvest some stuff, and he got some good chitin off him, enough for at least one uniform, maybe more, one set of armor.
Got him.
Good. Oh, chitin. Chitin. He went over and got the chitin.
He left the game.
Peace.
He got
said,
the chitin off of number 2.
What about kittens?
He got the
I like that
chitin
kitten's armor.
off of 2. Pardon me. He also started investigating a couple other holes that were still in there that we hadn't looked down. And when he looks down in there, you see some more egg sacs down in there. And the other ones got more egg sacs too. It's like a big nursery down there. Well, Olaros throws a little flame down there. He doesn't have much, but he throws a little flame to see what happens, and he kills one egg. Whoop, whoop, there's hundreds. Ryle throws a flaming sword, and he kills a few more, but still, that's not going to cut the job. But Victor's been kind of resting around while all this is going on, and he's built up a little bit of his magic again, and he decides to throw down a wall of fire. That wipes out the hole really good. And so he had another one to go, so he throws it down there too. Well, after the hole's burned out, Dolos decides to go down and see what's down there, and he finds a rune, a purple rune. And it's written in Infernal. He figures out that means time. We're not really sure what it meant, but that just told Dolos he needs to touch it. So he touched it. Well, he aged a year on that one touch. Boom. And then we went and looked in the other chamber. The other chamber had one just like it, and it was determined that this must be a breeding chamber, kind of speed things up and all that stuff. So after that was pretty well explored out. We had burned all of that, so we went back to the first chamber we were in, of which it's full, of all kinds of these sacks and stuff for spiders. Not the purple guys, but it's full of spider sacks. And Dolos starts killing them with his knife. He's quite successful. It's rather uncanny what he can do with his knife, but still, there's tons of them. And Timon joins in using shatter, takes out several more, and he keeps going. Two of them are having a good time, but there's still way too much for us to take out like this. So we decide that we'd better get back to town. We need to get a good rest up, and we'll talk to the townsfolk to see if they can't send some mages out here to clean up the mess that's still here. As we are leaving, though, Victor notices a piece of paper folded up in the middle of his cookbook, and he pulls it out. It looks blank. I think it was Timon. Didn't you figure out if you put a little purple ooze on it? Anyway, I think it was Timon discovered it. It was written in magic ink, and after putting a little of that purple ooze on it, it formed letters. And it read, "Plans are proceeding as planned. It appears all this was just this attack on the town, all this was just a distraction. And that there's a mention of an island we need to get to." That's what.
I was looking at the Chon. I'm gonna start calling it Chon from now
I
on.
hadn't looked up at the screen yet. Thank you, DM. It is it is always good when I'm brought to correction. So clearly, Kai 10. Kind of makes you wonder why they didn't spell it like that. But then anyway, okay.
It's Sean.
Okay. So
I like Chon.
after reading this, we go, we need to get back to town. We got to see if anybody knows anything about this island. We don't know what's going. So, but anyway, so we start to head back to town. And as soon as we get to town, we decide we beat feet it for the guard tower. We notice as we're going there, there's still people all over the place cleaning up things. There's sweeping, hauling off carcasses. The town's a mess. It's been beat up. Half of it's gone. We get to the guard captain, and he looks exhausted, but asks us how it went. Ryle fills him in, lets him know what all was happening, and then Victor hands him the note. He looks at the note, and he is disgusted. He goes, all of this damage here was a distraction, but he didn't have a clue either as to what the island was or who number one is. We don't know any of that stuff. All he could say is that when they attacked the temples, they were all evacuated, and when they returned, everything had been looted. There was one cleric that had tried to stay back, but he got knocked out trying to stop him, and there was just nothing left in the temples. So they were looting religious things. So who knows? But that's not a lot of information to work off of. But then we all realize we need some rest. We have been through a lot and need some rest. Timon decides to give some gold to the captain to hand out to those who are suffering the most. That was nice of Timon. Sometimes he can be a nice guy. But as we are leaving, we tell the wizards to go finish cleaning out all of those sacks, and by all means, don't touch the stones. So then we head back, and we get back to the Southgate Tavern, where there is food, ale, and for guys like me, a bed. And so I ate, drank, then I went off to bed. But the tavern was full of refugees, and Timon is a partier. So he tells everybody an ale's on him, and the celebration is on to about defeating the worms. So by the end of all of this, man, everybody is celebrating, and they are singing, "Raise your mugs, we killed the bugs," and that became the logo and the saying of Sandstrom. Raise your mugs and kill the bugs. The celebration went
Here.
strong. Yes. Then finally, all of them came to bed, and we all got a good night's sleep. Boy, full bellies, full of ale, and a nice bed. That sounds really good right now. In the morning, we are notified that the wizards took care of the hive, and what they did is they used a dispel magic on the ruins. But they looked around and they said there's no evidence of any island. Nobody knows anything about any islands here, and it kind of makes sense. You're living in the middle of the desert. What would you know about islands? So then Timon starts talking to Frederick about binding and teleportations and how it works and all this stuff, and telling him about the one that's up in this tavern. So we set off for the teleportation in the tavern. Frederick is really interested in this one and decides to come along with us. We teleport to the ship where the first mate sees Frederick first and drops his scimitar point right at Frederick. Um, he calmed down once he started seeing the rest of us there, and we filled him in and said, he's all right, don't worry about him. But as soon as we get back, what does Timon think of? Money. He wants to go find out if that powder was sold and get his cut. So he takes off. He goes and finds Reginald, and Reginald's got a real bad hangover. He really celebrated uh, the sale of all of that gunpowder. Uh, Timon's cut was 1,200 gold. So even Timon was happy too. But asked him what was next, and he said he was heading for Twin Bridges. So Timon gave him some gold for the payment to the sailors and said, we might have to do something else first. We need info on an island, he calls Reginald. Well, Reginald says, hey, I don't know anything about it, but talk to the sailors. You'd think they'd know about it. Well, they did know about it. That's what we did. We went and talked to the sailors. And they said they've been to 3 different islands, but the sailors never got to leave the boat. They always had to stay on the boat, and so they don't really know what was going on in the island. But there were 3 islands out there, and they certainly knew how to get to them. We decided that Reginald should stay in port. There's no reason for him to go to the island. There's going to be risk involved, and he's not doing that. Frederick, in the meantime, decides to offer his house up as a teleporter location. That was a great idea. We know Frederick, it's no problem. We can get him in on this, and then we don't have to leave it. I never liked leaving it in that place anyway. It was going to be discovered somewhere. We'd find some drunk scumbag coming through the teleporter. But then about that time, Ryle starts wondering about Frederick's loyalties. And but then they took somebody checked an inside on him and said he's cool. I didn't find anything bad about Reginald. But in the meantime, Timon says, I need to go see Rosalina and Thominus before we leave. I got to spend some time with them. And then Dolos and David said, well, let's go do some shopping while he's doing that, because Dolos wanted some more arrows. David was looking for David.
He's our new Italian friend.
David.
It's Divad.
I know it, but I put the A and the I around, and I said, "Oh, that sounds good too."
That's David.
So no, it's
This is more
Divad.
refined, barbarian brother.
There you go. More refined. Dolo sold his chitin, and yeah, chitin. Dolo sold his chitin. Look at the screen, Rick. See, look right there.
You got
It
the
is sitting
DM.
there, right there. Chitin. K-Y-T-I-N. C-H is K-Y. Chitin.
You okay? You all right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going over my this.
You casting
He's-
a spell there?
I'm
sounded
trying
like
to. I'm trying to cast it on me. Chitin.
This is how I felt inside whenever you said that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
I will do I'm going to put a big post note up here. Chitin. Anyway, Dolo sold his chitin
Very good.
and got a good price for
Gonna
it.
sound like a sensei. Kaiten!
Then we went to a magic shop where Divad bought a necklace of fireballs. It was kind of pricey.
2 beans.
And then he had to bum some money to get some more healing potion, of which Dolos was quick to jump in and help him out there. I thought that was kind of interesting. During this time, Timon is with Tominus and Rosalina, and they are talking bugs, big bugs. He's going to make him a bug man someday. So then we all go back and meet at the tavern, where we find out that Ryle was striking out. I think he was drooling too much, but he didn't get any. He didn't get anybody to say, "I want to spend the evening with you." So he spent it with his butt plug. Next morning.
And we're
Caribe.
banned on Twitch.
Caribe.
Next morning, we get ready to set sail. Victor continues with the book, and in the meantime, went out and picks up some good food. So he's finding something in there that he likes. Maybe we'll get a good food potion somewhere down the way. And we are all now ready to sail into episode 51.
Are we?
Yes, sir.
Think so.
All right. Did you have a point of inspiration, sir?
Yes, I do.
Well, not
Okay.
anymore because you can't say.
See,
Kite.
we didn't fight at all. I was gonna, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. The chittin cost me my points, so the
Oh.
chitin's gonna get me back.
Oh.
What?
Oh, good. He rolled
what?
a 3. Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got my notes here already.
Warming up the old notepad.
Oh,
.exe.
ooh.
A 6.
All right.
Molly was trying.
Yeah. I was having a bad feeling. I'm going, fuck, I think I'm going to lose.
All right. Well, looks like Tymond will be doing our recap next time.
All right.
Okay,
But what is
time it.
the what was that last bit?
What?
Everybody was
last
talking.
bit?
What was the last bit of the recap? Like the last.
We're
Where
all
are-
getting ready to sail.
Okay.
We're all getting ready to head out.
Towards the hidden
we've bought all
island,
of our
right?
stuff. We have the foods, all of that stuff. You've spent your time with
Okay.
Tominus and Rosina, and Rosalina, and we've all met, and we're ready to head for the boat to set sail for the islands.
So, next day, you get up to the ship, and the crew is busy getting everything ready for the voyage. All of the sails are getting adjusted, and everything that people that know about ships could say
Hold on.
right now that would get you to know that they're doing what they need to do.
What did I get?
Hoist the jib and
Yeah, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Did I get anything for that recap?
You got the lucky
Yeah.
feet.
Yeah, you don't.
I got the lucky feet.
You got the opportunity to not take any DM damage.
I will allow you the lucky feat for this session.
All right, I got
Yeah.
the lucky feet.
He's gonna need it.
I almost forgot just because of the
Because I had so befuddled your mind with my chitin faux pas.
Kaitan and David.
Chitin.
well, at least you didn't call me Tim like 3 times. So
No, I didn't do that.
the first time he said chit, and I almost said
Ah,
I was called
so yeah, your crew members are getting things ready for you to go.
All right. Do we know what
So we
island
get
we're
on
going
board.
to yet?
Do we know what?
We
What
left
island?
it up.
They said
Oh,
3
no.
islands.
Yeah, we're gonna get on board and decide
I
what
know.
we're gonna
that's
do.
what I
but
meant.
We gotta
As-
get on
Well, there
board and
was
talk to
there
the
was
guys.
one
Yeah.
they went to a lot.
Yeah.
Like that was
And
the
it
one
was
I
busier.
told. Yeah, I told the first mate guy to take us.
Okay. Yep.
Whatever his
well,
name
you'll
is.
figure where we're going. I'm gonna stand here next to the who is our navigator? I can't remember his name.
First mate.
First mate.
I've got it pulled up here this
like-
time.
Is it like
Farallon.
Ivanovich? Farallon. Stand here next to Farallon,
Scotty.
and I shall sing songs like sirens upon this ship on our way to pass the time.
All right, and he says, "Hey, you Chipper, go up to the crow's nest. Keep an eye out." And this one like really young looking dwarf He's got a pretty short beard compared to most dwarves you see. He's got a little bit longer than you, Olaros, because yours is still
Mine
kind
got
of
cut off.
yeah, yours is kind of still recovering. But yeah, he climbs up the up to the crow's nest, and first mate Farallon says, "Yeah, we have been attacked a couple of times on this voyage, so be on your lookout."
I slide over to Timon and say, "Are we going to be attacked by crows? Why is he going in the nest of crows?"
Oh, Ryle, you've been in
It's
the desert too long.
it's
What is
it's a
Locket
term.
back?
It's a term, Ryle. It's what sailors call the lookout, essentially, of like a turret at a
So
castle.
there's no
He's
birds up
lookout.
there?
He's literally looking out for us
Good. That's what
like
I
a
would do.
crow. He
I've
won't
never
squawk like
been.
a crow at
Like a
all,
crow.
but
I
He
don't-
takes dumps up there like a bird too.
I don't think I've ever been on a boat. I feel
well,
like
it was
I've
your first time.
Actually, yeah, this would be a first for you, Ryle. I mean, you've been on the boat while you've been docked, but
yeah.
yeah, this is gonna
So-
be
I've
interesting
never
when
been
you get out on the
sailing.
open water here.
I feel like I'm totally at ease. I'm like this I've heard about sea legs. I
Ryle.
got them. Yeah.
Ryle, don't
In
touch
dock.
anything.
Yeah.
Don't touch anything.
I can't even feel the boat moving. Are we
If you
still
get
tied
sick-
up?
If you get sick, and you will get sick, just hang on and put your head overboard, and have
What?
someone hold you, because you get sick if your first time.
You're gonna hold me?
Someone will
That's
hold
right.
you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna be fine.
And so first mate Farallon says, "So are we ready to unmoor?"
Aye. On moors, unfurl the sails, full speed ahead.
Okay. Farallon starts relaying your orders to people.
I'm
You
looking
see
back
the
and
other-
forth between them. It sounds like they're speaking Spanish to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're saying.
So, yeah, they start running around. You hear them, yelling things that you don't understand about starboard and port and all this kind of stuff, Ryle, and you're very confused on what they could possibly mean.
And I start singing, "The sooner you finish, the sooner you drink. Unfurl the sails, or you'll die like a..." Never mind, I'm not going to finish that statement. So,
We're on
Let's
the
move.
sea.
All right, and you have set sail and you are heading full speed ahead to the west.
All right.
And there is this table that's kind of bolted down behind where the wheel is, and Fairline is making some kind of calculations with a map that's there, and he says, "So these islands are right about here, here, and here," and he says, "You can tell that they kind of make like a C shape right there. The one that we visited the most commonly was this one that's the farthest to the west."
So do we attempt to move to closer island to scout out a little bit and get some information about the island furthest west, or do we just head straight west?
That'd be up to you, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Captain.
You know,
I know Farallon, but I'm asking the party.
and we're all real talkative.
I'm
It's just a
I'm-
boat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ryo, go ahead and go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh yeah,
where's my
this will be
sheet
good.
at?
This will
Yeah.
be good.
Because I'm not feeling good either.
Oh yeah, Divide. Go ahead and make your own with disadvantage too.
Yeah, I don't care for this floating on the water thing.
9. I'm fine. Oh, you're
But
doing
I'm
better
doing
than I
better
am.
than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, Devad, you like feel like your breakfast coming up for a second, but you managed to keep it down. Ryle, you are kind of
Right at the
everybody that looks at Ryle, every time you take another look at him, his face kind of loses a little bit more color.
yeah, seen that.
I think I'm gonna take a teleporter back to town. Let me know when we land.
Unfortunately, it wouldn't work right now.
Dang. So I'm sitting down.
Farallon says, do you think that taking a drink would help you or hurt you?
It'd help. Go ahead.
I
Pinch
think
your
I
flat.
would believe Timon. I'm trying to get over this.
All right. He says, well, it may help you to be below decks anyway. Why don't you come with me? And
Farallon, why ruin all the fun?
Because I don't want to have to clean up his puke.
Or fish him out of the ocean.
Yeah, that could happen.
Well, yeah. So he says, come on down to the bar. I'll pour you one.
All right.
So, Dolos, do you think that Dolos has ever been on a ship for any kind of voyage?
He's a ranger, I'd
Do
assume.
you have
So.
sea legs or
He's
You're
muted.
still muted, by the way.
Oh.
I think I probably would have been on a couple of times. Maybe not.
I think you should roll a
Maybe not a
survival
lot.
check.
So
I'll do that.
he can't tell you to roll survival checks.
I-
But you think that you'd be pretty comfortable on a ship? You wouldn't have to really worry about too much seasickness. You don't think?
I think I would have been on enough that I'm used to it, but I may not like it.
Okay. So, what about you, Olaros?
Olaros has always dreamed of the sea, but he hasn't been on it. But he is a dwarf. He's short, little hefty. I don't know. I would think.
I'll give you a straight Constitution save because you've got that dwarven Constitution.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you may.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel a little queasy, but nothing too bad.
And I'm still smiling. I like being on the sea.
As full of shite
fun.
as you are, I'm surprised we're still afloat.
I'm on the boat.
That golden ale or that golden armor of yours. That sack of shite is just
it's like a beacon out in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Caroline, before he goes below deck with Ryle, says, "Oh yeah, Olderosa, you better make sure you don't fall overboard. You'd sink to the bottom with that."
Yes,
armor on.
I'm well aware of that. I will make sure I hold tight.
It's hard to swim in armor.
It is.
And he says,
Timon's gonna trip Olaros over the side now.
Olros is laying on the floor of the deck.
He's sliding all over like a golden plate at the dinner table.
But he's having fun. But you can't trip him.
Yeah. So, Ryle, you go below decks and you get an ale poured for you. And Fairlawn says, "You're going to be all right here, mate. Probably should go up and steer the ship."
I'll be fine.
He goes behind the bar and gets you a bucket and gives it to you and says, "Just in case."
Yeah, I probably won't need it. It's gonna be all right. We're like not even out of the bay yet. Boat's barely moving, and I'm about to throw up everywhere.
No, just in a bucket.
Yeah,
You're doing great.
I should have had all that gravy this morning.
You're making waves. All kinds of movements.
All right,
So-
so Caroline gets back up there and he says, "So, which island are we setting sail for then?"
Well,
The
since no
one
one
that
had
they
an
went
opinion,
to the most.
most likely the west.
Yeah, what he
Very
said.
well. Very well. So he says, "Well, we're right on track to get there. We'll have to, keep an eye out on the winds and everything. But I think we should be there within 3 days."
Aye,
All right, cool. Just 3 days of this, Ryle.
just hang tight, play cards, read a book, sing some songs, sleep,
I'll probably lose like 10 pounds on the ride over there.
walk laps around the upper deck,
I'll give
get
you an
fresh
upper deck.
breeze.
That's it.
And Captain, just to let you know, the crew were good sailors, but we're not much for fighters. So
That's okay.
if we,
Leave the fighting to us. We know what we're doing.
that's what I was hoping you'd say, Captain.
You say secure the boat at least. The boat
Oh,
is the last resort.
oh, trust me, Captain. The ship is our home. We
So do you know how to trap the boat?
trap the boat.
Oh yeah.
Well, he would
Every
know if that means something. I would not, as the DM.
So he says, I
they
know
keep
how to
people from
trap the
coming
boat.
aboard that aren't us.
So
If you
put
can-
traps
you
around.
may-
Oh,
you may-
setting traps on the boat.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
we
up
we
to us.
can. If you got any ideas, I mean, we don't really have anything in place to do that.
Well, explosions and gas clouds, that sort of thing. As
I don't
long
think
as
an
it is
explosion on the
away
boat's a good
from the
idea.
boat.
Yeah,
Away from the boat.
Yeah,
Captain, I don't know if having things explode on the boat is a good
Just
idea.
use the damn cannons.
Oh, we could definitely shoot things with the cannons.
So load. We don't expect any resistance coming from the other side, starboard side, the port side. Load the cannons, all of them on that side. And if we start running back to the boat, you fire upon those that are chasing us.
Oh, the cannons are just on the sides of the ship, Captain. They're not on the front and back here.
I know.
yeah, he's talking about when we get there, right?
When,
Yeah.
Oh,
when,
okay, okay.
when we arrive, as we go and explore, move the cannons to one side of the ship. It'll be our last defense and should buy us enough time to leave if we must escape.
Sounds like a plan. I'll have a couple of our men do that right now.
No, not right now. We're at sea. Wait till
Well,
we arrive.
Very well.
When we get close enough to where we need to land.
Yeah,
or
when
to
we
port.
get ready to depart is when they could start doing that.
Do we have a flag of the seven as our
Yeah, what
signature
flag
flag?
are they running?
They like to be a little bit low profile, so there wasn't really a flag that they had us fly.
But they know the ship well enough then.
Oh yes, very well.
Aye.
This is the only ship of this quite of this design that's sailing these seas. So they know the ship when they see it.
And Timon gets at the I can't remember the term, but the wheel
The helm.
standing at the helm. There we go. Standing at the helm, and he basically gives a riveting speech to get the sailors riled up and their spirits up, and to keep things lively because it can get awfully boring sailing.
Yeah. There's one sailor who's a little bit more heavy set than the rest of them. He has a nice big spare tire on the front. He pulls a flask out from behind and holds it up to your words, takes a big swig, closes it back, puts it in his pocket, and gets back to work.
I respond the same way.
Why don't you play us a song after that good speech?
Oh, I haven't stopped playing. That's
Oh.
how talented Timon is. Okay. Background music to his speech and his plans. That's how he rolls, right?
I see.
Let's see. Let's see how well he does. See? Told you.
Whoa.
Boom.
Damn.
Jeez,
All
I
right.
didn't know you could roll that high.
So is
Neither
there
did I.
anything? So is there anything that anyone would like to be doing while sailing?
I'm sure Victor would be reading his book.
Yeah, I would say so.
You probably finish it by the time we get there, right?
3
48 hours?
days, I know. Yeah, you'd have a lot of time to spend on it.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting on the deck because I'm kind of wobbly and I just have my hammer in my lap.
He's sprawled out.
enjoying it.
He's tuning
He's
his hammer.
holding holding a
Hey.
barrel with some ropes, like sprawled out,
I
laying down
am
on the deck.
holding my hammer. I am not splayed.
Well, it's good that you're laying down because they'll see you from 10 miles away with all that armor in the sun.
Yeah, well, they're going to take a look at my hammer then, too.
So
The hammer is his penis.
It's the most tiny hammer.
yeah, but he can throw it,
Evidently,
so
you
that's
haven't
pretty cool.
seen it.
Mm.
You're holding it in your hand. It's right there.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, here we go. Going to get us kicked off.
Yeah, we're gonna be
That
banned.
little thing would only be a suppository, not a plug.
Oh,
Fellas
sure.
missed that chat earlier.
I'm sure
Oh,
he's horribly disappointed.
So very.
So, you continue sailing for, a good 8 hours with very little going on. And you set sail in the morning, probably around, I'd say, 7 o'clock in the morning. So it's getting about afternoon at this point, and the guy up that's up in the crow's nest, he shouts down, "Ship to starboard."
Ship.
Oh. Yeah.
Huh.
Move to the, I think, the left. Starboard
The
side
ports.
is to the left.
No,
Right.
the
Yeah.
right.
Starboard
Port is left.
I knew that.
You're the sailor.
I'm
Would
speaking
I
out
have
of character.
heard? Would I have heard that from down under?
Down under.
Make a perception check. He did yell it.
But was
You
I
gotta
only
yell
one deck
everything
down.
on a boat.
Yeah.
Was I
I'm up
puking?
there.
I may have still been puking. I might not have
I'm
heard it
gonna
with a
say-
9.
I know he was.
I'm going to say to the rest of the party to go below deck, and I'm going to don my ring of disguise and disguise myself as at number 4.
It was number 4. Yeah.
Ah, a good idea.
So-
Okay.
You'll
I-
move below deck.
I grab my hammer and crawl over to the downstairs so they can't
Okay.
see
Crawl
my
over.
flashing armor.
They got a
So-
fire on the deck. It looks like.
No, I did not stand up.
So, you see a what
When we-
appears to be some sort of little speck of burning light go up into the air from that ship and come
Mhm.
back down.
Signal.
Like a flare.
Yeah.
Signal flare.
Yeah.
Do our
Gonna do time and-
sailors know
By the
what
way,
it
when
is?
we crawl down there, we fill you in, Ryle, on what's going on.
And I say to Farallon, not Farallon notices it. I'm calling the guy in the crow's nest short beard.
Short beard.
Not to his face, because that would be offensive. But in my head, that's what I'm calling him. So he announces the ship in the distance, and I pull after the party goes below deck. I pull Farallon aside, and I ask him, "What do you make of the ship and the flare?"
He looks through his his looking
Telescope.
his
Looking
his
glass.
looking glass and says, "It's hard to make out from here, Captain. They're quite a far ways away, but if I'm not mistaken, I think I see some damage to the ship."
Okay.
So the flare might be calling for help.
Uh-huh.
All right, make haste. Set sail towards this ship in need, I'd assume.
Okay. So he starts to turn the ship. Ryle, make another Constitution save with disadvantage.
Gonna walk to the other side of the ship.
Oh, I'm feeling better. I
Feeling
got
a
my.
little better.
You're doing okay. You're doing okay. You're
Why are we
Down
moving
to
so
dry
much,
heat
guys?
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got nothing left.
yeah. You felt the ship just kind of lurch over as he's turning the helm.
Are we
to get over there.
crashing? Are we gonna drown? What's going on out there?
Will someone shut him up? Tell him to suck up some ale and go about his business. He's fine.
What? Why are we turning?
We're waiting to see what this ship is. There was a ship spotted.
So
Timon has
you guys don't
transformed
know.
himself into number 4 to look like him, and we're waiting down here to see what's going to happen. If he calls us up, it'll be a fight.
Has Farallon ever seen this ship? I would yell.
Excellent question.
Yeah, Fairlawn's like, it's still kind of far away, but it doesn't look like a ship that I've seen.
Okay.
Oh, just ram it, sink it. It's fine.
Ramming speed.
Don't listen to anyone in this party other than me, Farrell.
When it comes to
this
boat.
our ship. When it comes to our ship, don't listen to anyone else.
It's only a ship if it has another boat on it. So do we have
It's
a?
right over there.
Okay,
I
then
mean,
we are a
I've
ship.
I've been around ships before. I think I know what I'm talking about.
I took a cruise one time. I'm pretty much an expert.
There you go.
Hey, I saw the Titanic. Okay.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, you get closer, and the ship starts to come a little bit more into focus. You do see a name on the side of the boat. It's the Interceptor.
Uh-oh.
It's like a transformer.
Can I borrow Farallon's spyglass?
Sure.
And I want to, I guess, use my sailor insight, sailor instinct, to see if this is a legitimate damaged ship or if something else is amiss and it's a setup for an ambush.
Okay. So you see several elves and humans on the ship. They are walking around, and you see them pointing at your ship, talking to each other. Make an insight check.
What's their flag?
They're not flying a flag.
Oh, okay. Gosh. I'm really
It's
tempted
really
to
hard.
use I'm really tempted to use my inspiration for this one.
It's up to you.
No, for the sake of the
Didn't you
story,
have?
let's go with it.
Oh yeah, no, it's.
Don't I have
it's
what?
I was gonna say Lucky, but that's the other guy.
I mean, I felt like with the solid recaps that I've had, I feel like I should have the lucky feat just permanently for this campaign, but my
You
opinion.
cannot
For a
take my
halfling,
lucky
no.
feet back. I have
I'm,
it.
s- I'm
I got
sorry, I
permanent
gotta
happy
veto
feet.
that. All right, so
I'm the one who
yeah,
said Titan correctly. I feel like that counts for something. Solid recaps, chitin. I mean, come on. I mean, the formula's there, right?
for a Lucky feet.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
hey,
think it works that way.
Hey, you've definitely got a chance to get the lucky feet for the next session.
okay.
True.
So, yeah, so it's hard to make out exactly what their intentions are, but you do see there are chunks that seem to have been blasted by something out of the sides of their ships. Either that or like maybe a large creature has impacted it of some way. You don't see any burns to the ship, but it looks like some sort of concussive force has done something to the ship and knocked some holes in it. They don't seem to be taking on water at this particular point in time, but one of their masts is snapped in half,
Mm.
so they're not going at full speed.
What news, Tymond?
Ramming speed.
Let's finish him off.
So I tell Fairlawn to send one of the sailors down below deck to update the party. What's going on?
And he says, I've never seen these folks before. I don't know if you really want to look like a drow assassin right now, do you?"
Well, fair point. So I undrow assassin myself.
Look at-
Assassin.
Good job, Farallon.
That's right.
That's why he's the first mate. So can we wave our not the white flag, but whatever I can't remember the color.
We come in peace.
Yeah, the
The
flag
friendly
that
flag?
says,
Yeah.
hey, we want to parlay, basically.
Is it this black one with the skull and crossbones I found downstairs?
No. Would someone please put him in a bar away from everything? Everything.
I'm about to throw up on all these flags.
Give him,
Oh,
give
no.
him the strongest al we have. Send him away from the supplies for the sake of our lives.
So you see they put a longboat out into the water.
Well,
And
they want to come aboard.
well, they come about halfway in between you and the ship,
Mhm.
and there
How many of them are on the longboat?
there's one elf and one human.
They say, "Hail, travelers! What make of ye ship? And who are ye?"
They're still a
Captain-
good ways off. I mean,
Oh,
like,
they are. They can't hear me.
yeah.
He's shouting it though, really
I thought
loudly
they were within range.
for
It's a
attack.
good reply.
Yeah. They're in
I
range
guess-
of our cannons.
I guess
They're waving at you.
We want
They're
them to
doing the
come-
same flag that you guys are. You know?
we want them to come. We're not getting on a longboat and meeting them. They can.
No, yeah.
Or you
Right,
can
no
say it
way.
with flags, Flags, you can
No.
spell it
No.
out.
Farallon says,
signaler?
"Do you want me to try to signal them to come aboard?"
They
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
They can come close. They come
One
in aboard.
human, one elf?
That's all it takes to sink a ship.
No, it takes
What
more
do
than
they
one
have
human and
on
one
'em?
elf.
You all are below deck.
I know.
We don't even
Yeah,
know
We
this.
can be
Imagine-
above deck real quick.
I'll let you know.
I mean,
I
say the
say-
secret word.
I'd say I want
Butt
them
plug.
to come closer.
And we're up on top. We're
My
up there.
I feel the
Yeah.
band hammer right now.
It's okay. It's okay.
Man, you just know how to make a episode go south real quick.
No. No.
Jeez.
You
it's like
needed a
talent.
password
It's a gift. It's not a
to
password I
tell
want.
us.
It's not my password. Not that.
What?
No.
I'm gonna come above deck, so
Okay.
it doesn't sound
I
like
tell Farallon I want them to get closer within, speaking distance. But I want to hear who they are, where they're from, what's going on with them. I want to know some things before we let them up on our ship.
Okay, so he waves a flag, a different colored flag, whatever color the flag would be, for them to signal for them to approach. Um,
How close are they now? They close enough?
uh, it takes them a little while. They're rowing, but they finally are probably within earshot of you if you tried to yell. And you do notice that they are dressed not as very rich people. This isn't like this ship is probably about half the size of your ship. It looks like it might be some kind of like fishing vessel. Definitely not a ship of war or anything like that. And these
Take
are
them, Timon.
they're
Huh?
just dressed like normal sailors.
Okay.
And the elf kind of gives you a salute.
And I return it. And so they can hear me now, right?
Yes.
And I say, "Hail, good travelers. What make ye of your ship?"
We were attacked by the shark riders.
The shark rider.
Write that down. Write that down.
Whoa. Shark riders.
Who be these shark riders?
Oh, but they're these weird, like they're like the merfolk, but much more evil.
Whoa.
And they've got the faces of a shark, but the bodies of a man. But they ride on these giant sharks, and they they took a couple chunks out of our boat. We barely got away.
How did you get away?
Full sail ahead. We didn't stop for a moment.
Who's your captain?
It was Captain Tenderfoot, but he didn't make it.
What happened to him?
Well,
He was killed.
I'm
one of
gonna
the
go with Shark Rider.
One of the shark riders used some sort of magical spell, and this golden trident appeared above our ship, and it went right through him.
Would I know what he's talking about as a sailor? Like just without having to roll for it? Like would that just be a known
What,
thing?
as a sailor, you've heard of the shark riders, which are also known as let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Sahagwin.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They are they're not good looking guys. In fact, I would just go ahead and put one on the screen here. That's
Are the
kind of what they look like right there.
Oh, cool.
it's pronounced Chitn, Sakwahin. I get it.
Okay.
Sahagwin.
So why fire the flare? What do you think we could do for you?
Well, we were just kind of hoping to warn you about the waters here. You seem to be going right into where they were infesting the waters, and also we were hoping that maybe you had a little bit of spare food. Some of our supplies got stolen off the ship.
Aren't you a fisherman?
Help
Damn,
them
Tom.
out. They're
Damn,
fellow
Timon.
sailmen.
We are fishermen.
I can't hear the party.
Yeah, we are fishermen, but our nets were destroyed in the attack, and we really
So
don't have any.
Go ahead.
We don't really have any way of catching any fish right now.
I pull Farallon aside and I say, "Do you have any nets in the hold?"
Yeah, we always keep some just in case.
How many could we spare?
Well, we've probably got half a dozen, so
Maybe 3?
don't see why not.
And do I believe these guys?
Make an insight check.
Come on.
With advantage.
Because
Because Fairlawn was
Jeez, I'm a
helping.
badass bard, and I have Fairlawn helping me. I think that's fair.
Okay, so we'll say that Fairlawn was helping you, so you have advantage. Okay,
Yes.
these guys look like they've been through hell. You can't see a reason why they'd be lying to you, and they seem pretty genuine.
I lean over to Fairlawn and I say, invite them aboard and be quick about it, would you?
All right, Fairlawn leans over and says, we'll lower down a rope ladder for you to climb aboard. You can tie your boat off to the ladder once it's down.
I was gonna say, oh look,
Bye-bye,
you better
boat.
swim after your boat.
Not in the shark-infested Ryder's water.
Are these two the captain or the interim captain and the first mate? Like, are they people of importance?
Do you ask them that, or?
Yes.
He says, well, I was the first mate, so I guess I'm the captain now. The elf that was speaking.
And have you heard of activity of the Seven in this area at all?
Don't even know what the Seven are.
Really?
Not a clue.
Not a clue, you say?
That's
All
what he
right.
said, Diamond.
Nope. We just come out here, get our fish, and go back to shore. And we
So
usually sell our wares in Port Fanara. Yeah, we go to Port Fanara. That's
what's the
where
best
you guys
tavern? Where's the best tavern in Fanara?
Shit, what was the name of that tavern? He told you the name of the tavern you guys went to.
Okay. And who runs the tavern?
That a dwarven fella. Don't know his name.
Best ale in the realm?
It's passable.
Yeah, passable. Fair enough. You good people. My first mate Fairlawn here will give you a few rations and some nets. In the meantime, make haste back to Port Fanara.
Well,
And,
but one of the main reasons we were stopping you, though, was just to let you know that you were going right to the places where we were attacked from.
we ain't worried. I appreciate the warning, but we ain't worried one bit.
All right. Well, just be careful. We barely got out of there, and I believe our ship might have been a bit faster than yours. Yours is bigger, but I believe ours was faster.
And I have a party of badass champions below deck. Have you no fear?
I was about to say, roll our Constitution save.
I hope we don't have to fight anything.
And he says, "Well, thank you very much. You wouldn't by chance have any extra timber, would you? Just that we could use to patch up a couple of the holes."
I look at Fairlawn inquisitively.
He says, we can manage to spare a bit.
Just know when Timon and his I need a badass name.
Yeah, it's easy, huh? Easy.
Merry men.
No.
Rile and the Renegades.
No. Timon and the sea serpents come calling. Expect you to pay up.
Very well, Captain Timon.
Now best be off and hurry home to your loved ones. And I throw him a sack of 50 gold for him and his crew.
He says, wow, that's more than we would have made from the fish we had.
So the nets, the gold, it's an investment. Okay? So one day you come find me in the ports of I already forgot the name. Gosh,
Farallon.
See,
Fanara. Fanara. I say go. Be safe.
You too, Captain. Just be careful because they're out there.
I appreciate the warning, but we'll be just fine.
We
And I'm
we
smelling
heard.
Ronald's puke.
I assume we heard the talking upstairs. We just never came up.
I
They were
came up.
yeah. Dolos came up. Victor's been reading this whole time. He
So
has
he
no
didn't
clue
know.
what's going on.
Would we have heard them leave?
Uh,
Or like,
you
I mean,
probably,
I'm
yeah.
assuming the ship has like holes in the side. We could look out and be like, there they go.
Yeah.
So I'd run upstairs and be like, I heard him say he was going to give his money to Rosalina. I wonder what that's about.
You jackass, the owl's going to your head. Don't puke out your ego.
I think I've thrown up everything I got. So, what destroyed the boat? Some sharks?
So we have Sanguine up ahead. So ready your blades and your spells. It's going to be a nasty fight.
Can't we avoid them?
I don't think so. They're directly in our path to the west.
Well, I'm not in tip-top shape, and you see me stand up as tall as possible, and then my
You'll-
cape billows, and I
You'll
say,
do great.
but I'm ready for anything.
And I tell Farallon to ready the cannons.
He says, "Aye, Captain."
And everyone
says,
else goes below
He
deck.
says, but we've been attacked by these things before, and the assassins usually took care of the attackers before they could do much damage. But they
How did they do that?
they were very good at killing things quickly. These things can do a lot of damage, but they don't have much in the way of trying to think of an
Vitality.
vitality. Yes.
A defense.
they're soft skins.
They're
Bunch of
squishy.
racists here. God.
Soft skins. That's not racist. That's
Yeah.
soft skins.
I would be careful because a lot of times they bring magic users and healers and things like that.
Ah.
So might be wise to try to target them. I don't know.
That sounds like sound strategy to me.
Does.
What say you, Ryle? You're the battle technician here.
I'll probably sit this one out. You guys.
Oh, I don't think so.
I
No.
don't-
Can you park this boat while we're fighting?
Yeah, let's bring him to land. I'll feel better fighting over there.
You just balance your feet, take deep breaths. You'll be okay.
We're still 3 days out.
Oh, jeez.
No land.
I'll
We
never
have
make
fought
it.
some nasty bastards, and you all are afraid of some sharks and some fish people. Really?
Whatever. I'm ready.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Where's Lockett when you need him?
He's in a barrel.
I can't believe I'm saying that right now.
Then don't.
Farallon, continue. Get the boys ready.
We will.
So how far away was this thing, Timon?
What thing?
The how far away were they attacked?
They just
Not
said-
far. Set up ahead, so it could be any moment.
Well, I better take a nap then.
Yeah, you lie down, Raul. You've worked so hard today.
I've been working real hard.
Yeah,
Real hard.
yeah,
Hitting the
totally.
ale. Hitting the ale and puking it all up.
That's what I've been doing.
All right.
All right, so uh Farallon says, should we stay at full mast?
Yes. Keep it
All
moving.
right. So
Also, do we have any kind of metal spikes, blades, or anything we can just throw over the side while we sail?
fresh out, Captain.
That's a shame. Oh well then. 'Tis a good day to die as any other day, I say. Full sail, full speed ahead.
So
This-
yep, so you continue along the way that you're going, and sail for a couple hours. Make a perception check, anyone who is on deck. So that would probably be just, well, I don't know who thinks they would be on top on deck.
I finally
am.
had to come up
What?
because I couldn't stand the smell anymore.
Yeah.
It's fine. Toughen up
After
like
they
me.
left, I came up too.
Besides,
Toughen up.
I'm taller than Olorose. I can see farther.
Would somebody have gotten Victor, or would you have left him?
I'm letting him read.
Okay.
Assuming he's within earshot when we need him.
Right. So perception.
Sounds like a
checks.
battle's coming up.
No.
Nah.
I'll
Sail
let you
right
know.
through.
So Timon, Olaros, you guys see a little ways in the distance. You see what appears to be a fin in the water, like a tail fin.
Aye.
And I yelled, "This is it! This is it, fellas!
I look at Timon. Is that what they look like? I've never
Brandish
seen them
your
before.
blades! Brandish your blades! Ready your spells! Fill the gunpowder! 'Tis a beautiful day to get some fish scales and shark meat."
That's right.
All right.
At the sound of food, I get sick.
All right. So let's go ahead. And
All right. I'm getting rid of chitin.
so they start
Hey!
swarming.
Hey, he said it right.
He did say it right.
Yes.
So they start to, you see one fin, two fin, three fins. More and more fins are starting to pop up out of the ocean. And they're definitely closing in on your location.
I'd like to go at the head of the ship, and I want to ready. What is this spell called?
Polymorph.
Lightning bolt.
Okay. So you are readying it so whenever they're in range, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay. They kind of spread out around the boat, so it'd be hard to. Well, let me look at lightning bolt quick. 'Cause lightning bolt used to have this ability where it turned it into a wall, but I don't think you can do that in 5e. Forms a line 100 feet long and 5 foot. Okay, blasts out of view. So Yeah, it's not like shapeable lightning like it used to be back in like second edition. So it'd be hard to catch more than one because they're not kind of lined up together. So you could probably hit one shark, but so far all you've seen is like the dorsal fin.
Okay. I still want to ready it though.
Okay.
And I yell at Victor to get up here and do the same thing.
I think Victor has lightning bolt, but I will.
Well, not lightning bolt, but to ready whatever his nuke is.
Fireball. Into the water.
Okay, so yeah, Victor will get up there then.
And I yell at Dolos to ready his bow.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
We're still under full sail.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
So-
I yell at the other three to not let any of them get on board.
Okay. So you hear from the crow's nest, more coming from the sides, Captain.
Ready your cannons like I told you.
They say they don't aim that far down.
Fair enough. Go below deck. Leave this to us.
Oh,
So
time to turn around.
one shark is kind of, well, there's two sharks that are in range of you, Timon, but you would only be able to hit one or the other, and Victor would only be able to hit one or the other.
I look at Victor and I say, left or right? What's your preference?
Victor says, I'll take the left, you take the right. And that's not his accent at all.
I count it off.
He says, you take the left, I'll take the right.
There you go.
There it is. So 1, 2, 3. And I cast lightning bolt at the right one.
He casts fireball.
Hit him.
All right, so dexterity saving throw.
I cast hold onto the rail tightly.
The shark fails.
Don't I get bonus damage because they're in the water?
Don't
Water
believe it works.
conductor of electricity?
A small amount of water. If it's a large body of water, it would kind of dissipate.
Oh.
Shh, don't science him.
Okay, so you do hear some sort of gurgly scream. You have a feeling that you killed something.
I thought you said a girly scream.
Gurgly.
Gurgly.
And you're pretty sure you killed something. But the shark has barely halted its progress towards you.
So you killed like some barracudas that were
The
swimming
rider.
nearby.
You killed one of their prisoners.
Yeah.
So we will go to the battle map.
You killed Lockett.
Sharks are pretty big.
It says they're giant.
Holy mackerel.
I don't want a holy mackerel in this fight. I'll take a holy whale, or what's that dinosaur that likes to swim everywhere?
The plesiosaurus.
Yeah, I'll take a plesiosaurus. I'll take a big ass crocodile.
What about it?
All right,
Ichthyosaur?
so
Holy mackerel. We could be
go
in
ahead.
trouble.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a initiative.
Well, this is where we die. Whose idea was this again?
We were warned by the sailors. Hey, at least we all rolled pretty good initiative.
Wow. I don't roll like that.
You
Yeah,
did.
no
Damn, that's
kidding. 18 for Olaros?
terrible
Yeah.
roll. I only got a 10, and then I got a 19.
Holy shit, yeah, 16 is the lowest. That's good rolls already.
Yeah.
Victor needs to roll.
That's nice. That might make a difference in this.
Are these 5-foot squares?
These are 5-foot squares, yes. So they did not roll great on the initiative. So Dolos, it is your turn.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
cool. We gotta.
Well, where am I standing? Oh, okay. Would I be able to see an attack from where I am, or do I need to move?
You're on top of the deck. They're getting pretty close to the ship, so you actually may have to get closer to the edge of the ship.
Oh, okay. Well, I will go right up to the top part of the deck and then right on the edge.
All right.
I'll let y'all handle it down there. And then I will Hunter's Mark. Oh, it's a big one over there. I didn't see him. Can I go back and then, because I actually, well, no, it's too late. Okay, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark this guy right here.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna take my first shot, and I'm gonna roll my inspiration.
Yeah, you don't want to throw your bow in the water.
And
Yeah,
that's a lot better.
Let's-
Well, not
okay,
not
so-
really, but
And so, what were you targeting?
this one right here.
Okay.
That's Sahuahaga. Sahu.
Yeah, a
So
17 easily hits.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and do your damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Easily. That's nice to hear.
7. And then 14. And then Hunter's Mark. 17.
All right.
All right.
It
Yeah.
is looking pretty rough, but it's not quite dead.
Well, I'm gonna take my second shot at him. Or her. I don't know. 19. Okay.
Yep.
There we go. And Hunter's Mark.
And don't even need the hunter's mark. He
Nice.
Cool.
he eats 2 arrows and he falls off the shark and falls into the water.
And then I'm going to use my last attack on this priestess, which if I had read the word priestess earlier, I would have attacked it first. 17?
17 hits.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the priestess was higher.
Get him.
All right.
All
And I
right.
don't have a hunter's mark on that one.
Okay. Devad.
Okay, so are any of these guys close enough for? I can't melee, right?
No, it would be hard for
Yeah, that's
the
what
only
I
way you could
figured.
melee is if you jump out into the water.
Yeah,
Do
no,
it.
I
I'm
think you
not
should
gonna
do that.
Do it.
it.
Do it.
You're a
Do
barbarian.
it. You're a barbarian.
But can I
Jump.
fight in the water?
You can
Sure.
fight a shark.
I don't see why you couldn't swing a sword in the water.
Jump.
Yeah. No disadvantage.
Because you'd swing it like this.
Now, do remember that the ship is currently moving, and the
Yes,
ship
it is
the
moving.
Oh
shark.
yeah. No,
Oh, full
yeah.
stop. Full stop.
I'm passing on that.
Bye.
Okay, I'm
Welcome
gonna go
back.
and use my longbow on the princess that
I did see the message on there.
Dolos was just shooting.
All right, 15 does hit.
Oh,
Okay.
Mighty blows.
And it's
and
down.
can I rage as an after action? Is it too late to do that?
You could rage.
It's a
Okay,
bonus
yeah,
action.
I'm raging because I did such a shitty shot of my bow.
All right.
It reminded me I got to rage.
So this Sahagwin here, it looks like he closes his eyes for a moment and thinks something, and the shark uses his tail to propel him into the air and onto the ship.
Whoa.
Wait,
Yeah.
the shark's on the
Cool.
ship?
No,
there's
No,
the shark tossed him up there with his tail.
Oh.
So kill that.
He's
All
way
right,
up there.
so-
That's a
Dude.
timing problem.
I ain't worried one bit.
So he's here. He's gonna try to go below deck, but he doesn't have a lot of movement left, so he's gonna be right here on the stairs to go below deck. Olros.
Okay, I've never drawn a circle, but I need to draw a circle with a 50-foot diameter.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah, 50
And
feet. That's
how-
big.
that's a square, and I want it.
I think it'd be what is
So
it? Alt?
yeah, it's Alt.
It's Alt,
You hold
Yeah.
Alt as you do the draw shape thing.
and then a draw shape thing. This is a new one to me. So I draw shape.
Yeah.
And then hit Alt.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
you said
You
a
hold down the
50
Alt.
foot?
Huh?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
All right.
Who did-
So let me just. I'll draw it for
Okay,
you, and you can just
Move
kinda,
that so that it covers. Wow.
So
those are
50-foot
good ones.
diameter, not radius. So it'd be 2,
Yes.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit smaller.
Right. And I want to cover that one that it's covering in the boss down here, this Sagwin Baron, so that it comes across and almost touches the boat, but then swings back out. Can I move
Still a little
this?
bit. Hold on.
Say what?
I'm still working on the size of it,
oh.
but so
There you go.
all right, so that's about 50. All right, so just wait,
Yeah.
it's moving.
Now
Okay. So where do you want it?
I
centered?
want it to where the edge touches the front of the side of the boat. Yes, like over there, and then it'll get in this one sanguine and the baron in that circle.
So like
Yeah.
up here.
Now move it east. It's going to be in the water. This is all going to be in the water. None of it's going to be on
okay.
the boat.
So like that.
There. Perfect. Right where I want it. And I
Okay.
am casting control water
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
and whirlpool.
Oh, do it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I got hit by a wall of text. Critical damage.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have to read this one and figure it out next time.
Actually, this has a whole bunch of other stuff, but all you need is the for this one is the whirlpool, and the whirlpool is 50 feet across with a 5-foot center. Anything that's in it or within 10 feet of it gets drawn to it, or gets drawn inside, and they've got to do a strength saving throw to try and get out. If they fail, they take a 2d8 hit. And each time, if they're close, though, even if they succeed, they take half the damage, but then they can start to swim away. But
Okay.
then the next time they can get pulled back in. Anything that gets pulled into the center, if you get down into the center, I think he takes
2d8 damage. It's all the way at the bottom.
2d8.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
2d8.
So Olaros raises his holy symbol, and
Yes.
he casts a spell and points out into the water, and this giant water vortex starts to form.
There it is.
And we'll find out what happens with that next time.
Oh, you're
All right,
getting back at
guys.
me for my mispronouncing chitin. You're doing that to me.
All right, so Sunday,
I will make it
8
sound better the next time I use this. This is my first
8
time.
a.m. Eastern. Everybody should be there, I believe. We should be back full strength. If there's nothing else, I guess we'll see you guys Sunday. Bye.
All right.
See you guys.
Later.